Hey team, my name's Heather Sisk, and I didn't get to share my story in Utah, so I thought I would do a little video for you guys. Um, I would definitely classify myself as the typical girl that has body image issues. I grew up always overweight and also being told I was overweight by the people that bullied me at school, by my doctors who would tell my mom in front of my face, like, your daughter's in the highest percentile for her weight and she needs to stop gaining weight so she can get, grow up and thin out. And I always had these ideas in my head that, when I got taller, that my weight wouldn't be an issue anymore. And that, one day my weight just would go away. Like it was just a sickness I had or something. And what I didn't realize is that my parents just weren't teaching me about nutrition and activity. I would go to school and come home and just stay home. I didn't do any sports or extracurriculars. My parents didn't have a lot of money, so hamburger helper, spaghetti, macaroni and cheese, all that kind of stuff was the norm for our household meals. I just was never taught, and I didn't understand, and it was always pointed out to me that you're overweight, you can't fit these clothes, you can't participate in these activities, you have to eat this way, and I didn't know what to do. And so fast forward several years, and I'm in college, and I see my roommate working out, and I see all these girls that are taking care of their health and fitness, and they say, oh, I can't eat that, that's bad for me. And I'm like, what? It tastes good. And so I had to learn from my peers because they were raised differently than me. And all of a sudden I was aware that my health and fitness depended on my effort, and that it wasn't that I had bad genes or that I was incapable of losing weight. I just didn't know how. So I was basically killing myself in the gym, eating like a bird. I did what I thought you had to do to lose weight. But I was working harder rather than smarter. So all my effort was exhausting my body. And while I lost the weight and I looked awesome on my wedding day, I was not happy with the lifestyle I had created. It was not sustainable. So I got down to my lowest weight ever. I was around 155 on my wedding day. And I was happy and I had new clothes and but then, we get married and then we do the whole, let's get fat and happy thing. We go out to eat and we stop going to the gym because now we're two hardworking adults with a family. We want to spend time together. And I let my health and fitness and all that just go to the wayside because of laziness and just didn't feel like it anymore. I'd been busting my butt 2 hours a day in the gym, and that's not fun. I hate working out. So anyways, we get married, I start gaining the weight back, and we get pregnant, and I have my first baby, my son. And at 40 weeks before delivery, I was somewhere around 235, 240. And after I delivered him, lost my initial baby weight, I was floating around 190 pounds. And I believe that was the most I'd ever weighed in my life. It got me a little bit because I was like, I've never weighed this much, 200 pounds. And my mind was like, once you go there, you can't come back. So I was like, I can never be 200 pounds again. Because in my mind, I was thinking, I gained weight and was pushing 240 at 40 weeks pregnant. So anyways, 190, my new weight. I never lose any more than that. And then we get pregnant again. I have my second baby. And with her, it was the same. I got up to around the 240 mark. Delivered her, lost my baby weight, but my body stopped right at 200 pounds. I was like, are you kidding me? This is a number that I did not want to reach. So I had 10 pounds of baby weight that I couldn't get off from each of my kids. And while all this in my life has happened, Robert, about a year and a half, 2 years ago, joined up, signed with a Beachbody account, was assigned a coach, hated that coach. And then honestly, I'm not even sure how he met Ashton, but somehow we were able to transfer from this other coach that Robert was totally turned off by to Ashton. And she did such amazing work trying to help Robert achieve his health and fitness goals. He wanted to lose weight and get fit so he could pass his PT test for his military requirement. And that's his story. Maybe he'll tell it one day. But this whole time, this year and a half or so that he's working with Ashton, he's like, hey, if she says that I should try this Shakeology stuff because my results would be more, I'd have better results and I would feel better and it would really help me out and it costs this much. And I'm like, come again? We had 2 babies in daycare. His job was not stable. In fact, he has lost quite a few jobs, just various reasons. And I said, I'm the only one with a stable income. And I do the budget and I manage the money. And I already went out on a limb for you to buy this program over here. It's like, I'm not spending another $100+ on Shakeology. I don't even want you to spend $60 on whatever crap you can get at GNC. So, I just didn't understand the value of it. And I'd actually never even talked to Ashton. It was like Ashton talking to Robert, talking to me. And my ears were completely closed off to it. So, then fast forward again, last Christmas we moved back home to Virginia. We were living in Georgia, and I started staying home with the kids. And this was like my dream. This was the only thing I could ever think of that I wanted, was to be able to stay home with my kids. So it's a blessing, but it also gave me more time than I knew what to do with. And I realized that I had all these deep-rooted emotional things, but mostly surrounded with my weight, my self-worth, my contribution to our household income and society in general. I love to help people. I'm like hardcore Pearl to a fault. And I was like, all I'm doing is taking care of 2 poopy, whiny, crying toddler babies. And I am not fulfilled. As much as I love my kids, that was not enough for me. And, Robert hadn't really been pushing the whole Beachbody thing, but he was still doing his workouts, doing challenge group, and I thought, well, maybe this Beachbody thing is something I could do, because he's already, been talking to Ashton, and she seems nice, and I don't know what all these notifications are for this group thing, but maybe it's worth it. And I prayed about it. I said, Lord, I don't really want to do this, but for some reason I just can't get it off my mind. I said, if it does not get off my mind, if I cannot stop thinking about it, I'll do it. So about 3 more months goes by, and I'm like, okay, I gotta do it. I don't want to do it, but I gotta do it. So I call Ashton. This was in July this past summer, and I said, hey, I've been staying home. Honestly, on paper, we cannot afford it. I don't want to lose this opportunity. I said, my health and fitness has always been a bone of contention for myself. I just fight every season of my life. It's like, gotta do something. I don't want to do something. I've tried this 20 times. Nothing's worked. And I was like, how do I know that this is going to work? Because I've tried everything. And she talked to me about coaching. She says, well, you have health and fitness goals. You want to help people. You want to earn an income. Coaching is for you. I know it's for you because I can hear it in your voice. I know what you're going through. And I was like, okay, well, what's on sale this month? Because I knew about the challenge pack deal. And so she was telling me what workout programs I could consider and where I'm at. And I was like, I really don't want to spend the money, but I need to do something. It was this battle back and forth in my mind. So another month goes by and I finally commit. I bought the Size Challenge Pack, signed up as a coach, tried Shakeology for the first time. I was like, you know what, if I'm going to do this primarily for my health and fitness, I need to go all in and create a system of accountability, because I knew if I was posting about it on Facebook and calling myself a coach that I would have to do the work. I would have to do what a coach does for people to believe me and take me serious. And I wasn't even thinking about the business aspect, building a team and inviting people to challenge group, because that scares the crap out of me, which I've definitely worked on since this past summer, and I definitely gained a better perspective after this trip in Utah. But it's just, I guess all of that to say, my story is not spectacular, but I have always struggled with my health and fitness, and this opportunity with Beachbody is the first time that I've ever had something that feels sustainable to me. And I've never met a person like Ashton who cares so deeply and genuinely for the people that are on her team. And it's making me want to be that kind of person for the people that I meet. And, you know, Robert and I still struggle financially. My big, hairy, scary goal is complete financial freedom. We still have 2 debts that we're paying off. And my husband works like 50, 60 hours a week, so I want to bring him home. There is no way that he can continue doing what he's doing for very long and not get burnt out. So my goal is that he would be able to retire from his job and come home with me, and we could coach together and possibly pursue some sort of like ministry related goal, or like we're part of a church that we both love, but we want to find a way to like reach out to our community and do something local that's meaningful to us, but allows us to reach out to those who are already within our circle of influence. Not sure what that looks like yet, but getting him home and having complete financial freedom are the first steps. And also I set my diamond goal for December 2nd. I looked at the calendar, and December 2nd is the Wednesday before that first week in December. So this has already gotten kind of long, and I don't want to waste your guys' time, but I just wanted to share because you guys don't know me, and I'm a new coach, and I have yet to get that diamond, and I want it bad. So this is my story. Bye, guys.